Today is November 19th, 1996. The survivor is Judith Kornfeld, Kornfeld. Maiden name Ginsburg, Ginsburg. The interviewer is Susan Rosenblum, Rosenblum. We are in Tamarack, Florida, the United States of America, and the language is English. Today is November 19th, 1996. The survivor is Judith Kornfeld, Kornfeld. Maiden name Ginsburg, Ginsburg. The interviewer is Susan Rosenblum, Rosenblum. We are in Tamarack, Florida, the United States of America, and the language is English. Would you tell us your name, please?
My name is Judith Kornfeld, maiden name Ginsburg.
And where were you born?
In Poland.
Where in Poland?
Grodno.
And when were you born?
The 12th month, the 8th day, 1929.
And how old are you today?
Today I'm 68.
What was your father's name?
Elias.
And your mother?
Bluma.
Did you have any brothers or sisters?
I had a sister. The name was Asia.
Could you describe your home for me? What did it look like?
We had 2 bedrooms, a living room and a kitchen, and a bathroom, of course, because my father was a plumber too.
Did your mother work?
No, my mother never worked, but she did charity work.
What kind of charity work did she do?
She collected for the holidays from the neighbors.
What did she collect?
Money, food, whatever she could get from the doctors, from the lawyers. She was well known in the community.
What languages were spoken in your home?
Russian and Polish.
Did you have any family that lived nearby? Any aunts or uncles, grandparents?
I had uncles and aunts and a grandmother that passed away during my lifetime.
Did you get to see them often?
For the holidays, I always spent with them.
What was a typical holiday like for you? Say Pesach.
My father baked the cake, the sponge cake, and made the orange cake, candies. He was very good at that.
And for Shabbat, what kind of special foods would your mother prepare?
Chicken soup.
What kind of things did you like to do as a young child?
I was a rebel.
In what way did you rebel?
I never let anybody go by me without paying back.
What was school like for you?
It was okay. I went to high school.
What was the name of the school?
Berka Josilevica, that was public school, and Ralne Gymnasium in high school.
Were there any subjects that you liked particularly well?
Math.
Did you have an idea of what you might want to become?
No, not at that age.
Did you particularly enjoy music or reading?
No, my sister played the piano, not me.
Were there any particular newspapers that your parents read?
I don't remember.
Did you belong to any clubs or organizations?
The Russian. In Russia, I belonged to the, what they call it, I don't remember. I was part of the Russian group.
What did you do when you went to the club?
It wasn't a club, just with uniforms and obedience.
Uh-huh. What was the Jewish community like in Grodno?
Very nice.
How large was it?
I was too young to know all this.
Did you experience any anti-Semitism when you were very young?
What?
Did you experience any anti-Semitism?
No.
Do you remember your best friend's name?
Hannah.
Although you were young, do you recall your life changing when Hitler invaded Poland in 1939?
No, I went to school still. And I went with my friends to school. And I continued keeping the same friends.
Were you friendly with any non-Jewish people?
No. There were none around me.
When did you notice that things were beginning to change?
When the Germans came in and they took away a husband from a wife with a child. She was Gentile and he was Jewish, and they took him away from the home.
Do you know where they took him to?
No.
What kind of things did you personally experience when things started to change? How did your life change?
We lived in one room
When did they move you into the one room?
in the ghetto.
Do you remember when you were taken to the ghetto? What year?
42,
Do you remember what?
February 13, I think it was. And we all, 5 people of us lived in one room.
Do you remember when you left your home to go to the ghetto, what you took with you?
I remember because I was sleeping down at a desk with 9 drawers, a big desk with 9 drawers. That was my bed.
And what did you take with you from your home into the ghetto? Do you remember? Who were the 5 people that were living in the one room?
A friend of my parents, Joseph Moyerman.
How large was the ghetto, do you know?
It was part of a, how do you say, a Schule. They closed that up. And the ghetto Ivanini was Slobodka. It's again, a section was closed off.
Was it closed off with a fence?
Yes.
What kind of a fence was
It
it?
was a gate. You had to go to a gate.
What was life like in the ghetto?
My mother went to work, and my father went to work, and my sister went to work.
What did they do? Do you remember?
My mother went outside. I don't know what she was doing. My father went on labor work. My sister worked in a German office.
And what did you do all day while they were at work?
Stay in the house.
Were there any kind of schools set up in the ghetto?
No,
Any kind of religious?
no.
How did you get food in the ghetto?
I guess my mother brought it in.
How long did you remain in the ghetto?
I think a year. And during that year, my mother was hit over the head and she had a tumor on her brain and she died in the hospital.
Was the hospital inside the ghetto?
Yes,
And if people got sick, they could go to this hospital?
yes. And my sister tried to get medication from the German people she worked for, but it didn't help.
And what was that like for you?
Off.
Where did you go after you left the ghetto?
We went to get a number 2. That was on the Schulef. I don't know how to say it. And then we sold meat, fish, and poultry. It was a section of Kornfeld.
Was it larger than the first ghetto?
No, it was poor. A poor section.
While you were in the first ghetto, were people taken out for selections at all?
Yes.
How would they decide who was going to be taken away?
The leaders would select the people.
The leaders were
The
they?
Jewish leaders would select people.
And did you know where they were taken to?
No.
During the time that you were in the ghetto, did you ever hear about what was going on in the outside world, what was going on in Germany or other parts of Poland?
No, just to take him to work.
So when you left the first ghetto to go to the second ghetto, who was with you?
My father, my sister, and Joseph.
What were the living conditions like in the second ghetto?
Also one room. And we would toast our bread on the radiators and scrape it with garlic. That I remember.
Did you work in the second
No.
ghetto? And your sister?
No.
And your father?
My father went out to work.
And how long did you remain in this ghetto?
I don't remember if it was a year or two, and my father contacted typhus and Joseph, and they were both in the hospital.
What was the hospital like there?
That was the original hospital from the city.
But it was
No
in-
medication. They wouldn't give them any medication.
this hospital was inside the walls of the ghetto.
Yeah.
During the time that you were in the ghetto, did people get married?
I don't know about that.
And who was in charge of this ghetto?
The leaders again. In fact, two of my cousins, they came from my father, and he said, "You're not going to take me." And they left him.
And their names?
Yona and Kuba. Ginsburg.
So generally, what was life like in the second ghetto?
Not pleasant.
And there were selections in that ghetto also?
Yes. And they took out 5,000 people, then they took out 10,000 people, and then came Udine. And before the Udine, I witnessed a shooting in front of my yard through the window.
Tell me about that.
They caught some people escaping, and they brought them down into the court and threw them up and shot them all. And only one guy survived because he was underneath somebody else, and we brought him into the room. And that's the testimony I gave when I went to court in Germany.
This man survived the shooting?
Yes.
Do you remember his name?
No. I didn't know the people.
And what happened after the ghetto was then?
Liquidated. I took whatever I could with me. Should I mention it?
Yes.
The 3 silk dresses, a pocketbook, a scarf, gloves. What else did I have in the book? I don't remember. And we marched through the city, and all the bells of the town was ringing, all the churches, announcing that the Jews are leaving, and they put us on a train.
And who was with you?
My sister and Joseph.
And your father?
My father was dead by then already,
When did he die?
in the second ghetto of typhus. And in the Udine, when they took the 10,000 people, my sister was shot in the thigh, and she was in the hospital.
You were put on a train with Joseph and with your sister?
Yes.
And did you know where you were going?
No, we were ready to jump when we wound up in Bialystok.
And what happened when you went to Bialystok?
We roamed the street looking for a place to live till we met somebody, and they gave us a place to live in.
How did you meet this person?
Walking the streets.
And what was this place like?
It was a one room again. And we ate horse meat. And we survived.
Did you work while you were in Bialystok?
No. Oh yeah, I was working on a spinning wheel, making wool. in ropes.
And your sister?
She worked too, but I don't know at what. She went out to work.
And what was life like in Bialystok for you?
Hard. Because I had to supply the food in the house and cook it and serve it, keep house.
All in this one room?
All in one room.
And how long were you in Bialystok?
I think a year, till 44. And then we went they took us to jail.
Why?
No, they didn't take us to jail that time, jumping.
Okay.
From Bialystok, when they had Ukraine, I went underground for 3 months. And for 3 months I was underground, then they discovered us.
When you went underground, who was with you?
Like 46 people from the building.
The building that you lived in?
Yeah.
Was your sister with you?
Yes.
And Joseph?
Yes. But during at nighttime they went out searching for food. And after 3 months they were discovered, going back in with the food to their bunkers.
Where were these bunkers located?
In the basement, under the houses.
Did you move from place to place?
No, we stayed in one place for 3 months.
All 46 people?
Yes. Some died and some committed suicide and some went to the woods. By the time that they discovered us, we were 30.
Were there any children with you?
Yes.
Young children?
Not babies, but young children.
How were they able to keep them quiet?
I don't know, but we kept quiet. During the day we didn't say boo.
Where would they look for food at night?
They went to houses searching for it. All day, people that were hiding out were marching the streets looking for it. We were the last one to be discovered.
And what was that like?
Well, my sister came in and she says, come with me. And as I looked around, I seen a German pointing at her. So I turned back and went back into the basement. And that's how they discovered us. Because the people didn't get home in time. And from there we went into jail for 3 months. And one day they announced that we're not going into the sand. It means we're not going to be killed. And they took us to Judith.
The 3 months that you were in jail, was your sister with you?
My sister was dead. She was shot by the Germans.
She was shot by the Germans.
And so was Joseph.
What was the jail like for you?
Not too bad. They gave us food and we were okay in jail.
Did you have to work while you were in jail?
No.
So from jail they took you to Stutthof.
That's dancing.
How did you get there?
By train.
What
They
was-
walked us to the train and on the train we got it to Judith.
How long was the trip?
3 nights and 2 days.
Did they give you anything to eat?
They gave us bread and marmalade for the 3 nights and we ate it the first day because we were hungry.
What was the train like?
Open kettle train,
What time of the year was it?
November.
Were there men and women on this train? Men and women on the
Yes.
train? Did they ever stop the train?
No,
Did you know where you were going?
no.
Did anyone die while you were on the train?
I don't remember.
When you got to Stutthof and they opened the doors, what did you see?
Bunkers. They called our names out and then the numbers. And it went with wooden clocks to work in this building roads, bunkers for the Germans. And at night we came home and they gave us the soup and the bread.
What kind of clothing did they give you?
what we had on there. But it was a uniform, what, I don't know.
What were the barracks like?
5-2-hour bed we were sleeping. 5-2-hour bed we were sleeping in.
Did you have a blanket?
Yes, and I was knitting socks during the lights out. Where I got the wool, I don't know, but I was knitting socks.
Did you have selections while you were at Stutthof?
No,
How were you treated at Stutthof?
not too bad.
What were the sanitary conditions like? Were you able to shower?
Every 3 days, I think, we took showers.
And the food, what was that like? And if somebody got sick, what would happen? Did you have to stand roll call? at
Yes,
Stutthof? Would you have to stand for a long time?
I think twice a day.
Who looked over you at Stutthof? Who were the guards?
The coppers,
Were they Jewish?
I don't know.
How large was Stutthof? How long did you stay at Stutthof?
A year, I think. In 45, I left to go to Auschwitz. That was 44
How did you go from Stutthof to Auschwitz?
by train. We came to Ravensbrück.
Well, before you,
From Stutthof to Ravensbrück. No, to, what is it called out there? Birkenau.
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 Okay. So you went to Birkenau?
From Birkenau to Auschwitz.
Okay. When you arrived at Birkenau,
We went to the showers. They took our clothes away. They shaved our heads and they tattooed us. And after a few weeks, they had a selection and they picked out some people to go to Auschwitz. And I was one of them.
during the time that you were at Birkenau, did you work?
No,
Did they have roll call there?
yes. And there we became numbers, not names.
What were the sanitary conditions like at Birkenau?
We were going in for showers, and many times they would chase us out while we were still naked.
During the time that you were at Birkenau, did you meet anybody that you knew, or anybody from your hometown?
No, not till I came into Auschwitz.
Tell me about that. Tell me about Auschwitz.
When I came into Auschwitz, I wound up in the Nähstube. That's a song. And one girl walked in and she says, "Who is here from my city?" And I didn't know anything. She walks over from me, she says, "I'm glad I met you." And she took off the scarf from her head and she gave it to me. I was bald.
But she still had her hair.
Her hair probably was growing in already, and I didn't.
Do you remember her name?
Rita Kesselman.
Did you remember her from your hometown?
No.
But she remembered you. Was she new?
Now we're friends. She's in Boston.
What was it like for you at Auschwitz?
After a couple of weeks, they selected us again and we took us to the Union ammunition factory to work. And being I was a good worker, it let me inspect the ammunition. Instead of making them, I was inspecting them if they're good or bad.
What were the living conditions like in Auschwitz?
Not too bad, because I had men supplying us with food, bringing in. We were there for a year.
When you were in either Birkenau or Auschwitz, did you see any gypsies?
Through the gate.
Did you see any homosexuals?
I wouldn't know about them.
Were you aware of the medical experiments that were being carried on there?
No,
And did you see any children?
no.
What kind of food did they give you there?
Soup and bread and jam. And the food was so that we wouldn't have our periods. Was in it.
Were people beaten there?
Yes.
Did you see this?
No, but I knew of it.
Were people hung and shot?
When I came into Auschwitz, a girl was hung, and they kept us waiting to go in.
Did you see her?
Yes,
Did they tell you why she was hung?
because she ran away.
During the time you were there, did you hear of any news of what was happening in the outside world?
We knew about the crematoriums. You could see the smoke.
Did you ever see Dr. Mengele?
No.
We're going to take a tape break now. Today is November 19th, 1996. The survivor is Judith Kornfeld. This is tape 2. How often would they have selections at Auschwitz?
Every couple of weeks. The feeble, the old, they were taken away.
Did you do anything to prepare yourself for these selections?
No. The only thing I would take from the bricks is paint my cheeks.
Can you describe what a selection is like?
You were on an appel and they called you and they separate us. That was a selection.
What were the sanitary conditions like at Auschwitz?
We were allowed to shower. You had no hair, so there was nothing to do.
Did anyone get any mail?
No.
What were the relationships like between Polish Jews and German Jews and Hungarian Jews?
I was with my own people.
So everyone that you were with were Polish?
Yes.
And how long did you remain in Auschwitz?
For a year, I think I was there. I came in January 5th and I left the 18th for the following year, 45,
Where did you go?
to Ravensbrück.
How were you transported there?
We walked to the trains for 3 days and then we boarded the trains.
What was that walk like?
Rough. The Russians were right behind us.
How many were with you when you started from Auschwitz?
The whole Auschwitz was cleared out.
What were the trains like?
Open kettle cars.
Were you given any food?
Again, it was a loaf of bread and jam.
And how long was the train ride?
I think 2 days, something like that.
Was it men and women on the train?
Yes.
Did they ever stop the train?
No.
How were you able to relieve yourself while you were on the train?
I don't remember.
When you arrived at Ravensbrück,
We came into the rooms and they were dirty and cold and wet. It was unbearable.
did you work while you were there?
Ravensbrück, no. I wasn't there long.
How long were you there?
I remember it's in the book. I don't know.
Excuse me.
From there I went to Neustadt.
While you were at Ravensbrück, what did you do all day? Since you didn't work.
No.
What did you do?
We lay on the floor, waiting for the next day.
You had to sleep on the floor?
Yes.
What was the food like there?
Bread and water and soup. Bread and jam and soup.
How were you treated there?
Like a number.
Did they beat people there?
I had all calls twice a day there too.
Did they have any selections?
No.
Did people die there? Did people die?
Probably so, I don't know.
Were you still with your friend, Rita?
With a friend I started out for, yes.
When you left Ravensbrück,
We went to Neustadt.
were you only women or women and men?
But we were all on women.
Do you recall about how many there were?
No. Numbers I don't know.
And how were you transported?
By trains again.
And how long was this trip?
Actually 3 days or something like this. It was an airport, Neustadt. They were working on planes there. And when we came there, they put us to work to dig ditches to hide the planes and to hide the Germans.
What were the living conditions like there?
Like sardines, we were sleeping on the floor.
No beds?
No.
And the sanitary conditions, what were they like?
I don't know. I don't know if I took any showers there.
And the food?
The same thing, whatever. They didn't vary it.
And how were you treated there?
I worked. I dug ditches.
What would you think about at night when you came home? When you came back to the barracks?
Blank. And on the 5th of May, the planes were fighting in the air from Iran on roll call. We watched them fighting.
Who was fighting?
I don't know. But they were fighting in the air on Iran roll call. And we knew that's the end. And from there we ran away and we took trains back to Poland. From Neustadt.
Where did the guards go?
They ran. The guards ran. There was nobody to watch over us. And we ransacked the houses that they left behind there. We took whatever we could and we took the trains and left.
Who was with you when you went back to Poland?
A couple of girls that I knew from my hometown.
How long did it take you to get to Poland?
I don't know that, but I know I got to Warsaw.
And what did you do when you arrived in Warsaw?
I had Kretze. It's an infectious disease. If I shook hands with you, you would get it too. And I slept in an attic, away from everybody.
Where did you find this attic to sleep in?
I came into a city, and there were people, so I wound up in the attic.
How long did you stay in the attic?
Till I cleared it up.
Who brought you food?
We cooked fish and potatoes in the yard. Herring and potatoes in the yard. Some of them left and some stayed on, so we managed between us.
How long did you remain in Warsaw?
A couple of months, and then we started going back to Germany, to Czechoslovakia.
Did you think about going back to Grodno?
I didn't want to go back there. There was nothing left for me to see. And I understood that the Russians were keeping you if you got there, so I didn't want to go.
Why did you decide to go back to Germany?
Everybody else was going back to Germany.
So how did you go from Warsaw back to Germany?
I guess on trains we went, and we wound up in Czechoslovakia, and we waited on the platform. There was no train coming, and a Czech soldier was there, and he says, "What are you doing here?" I said, "We're waiting for the train." He says, "It's not safe here to stay here." He stayed with us till we boarded our train, so he was a Gentile. When we took the train, we wound up in Germany.
Where in Germany did you go?
Köln, I think I wound up.
What made you pick that place?
Because everybody else was going there. I had no mind of my own.
What happened when you arrived there?
I wound up in the Arctic again with other girls. And that's where I met my husband.
Tell me about that.
He was a policeman, and there was a disturbance, so he came up to check it out, what's the disturbance. And I spotted him, and after a few days I went into work to our office, making out the passports for the Häftlingers. And I came across his card, and that was his downfall. That stuck with me.
So while you were in Feldfing, you worked in the office?
Yes, I was typing up passports.
And how long did you remain there?
45. I left in 47, February 47.
What was life like for you during those 2 years? What was your life like for you those 2 years that you were there?
It was fine. I have no problem there. That was okay. I was sewing my own clothes. I took a blanket. I made myself a jacket and a skirt. I managed.
During that time, did you know where you wanted to go?
I wanted to go to Israel. I tried 3 times to get on the bus, and they always threw me off.
Why?
I don't know. And I wound up going to America.
Did you have papers to go to Israel?
No, I didn't have papers to go to the States either. But I went on a quota, a children's quota.
How did it feel when you left Germany?
Beautiful. Went to Bremerhaven. And when I came here, I was in the Bronx, in a home. And one day they took us out shopping, and when I came back, they said, "Somebody's waiting for me." And I walked into the hallway, and I said, "You're my cousin or my uncle." One case.
What was his name? left Germany, was there anyone with you?
No,
And who met you at the boat when you arrived in America?
nobody. They took us, all the children, to the Bronx. The highest picked us up.
And how long did you remain in this place in the Bronx?
Not much, because my uncle came and picked me up.
And you then moved in with him?
I moved in with him
And where did he live?
in Patterson, New Jersey, with his daughter and wife.
And what did you do when you moved in with him?
I went to work. I went to cleaning stuff, working for a German Jew. And at night I went to school.
How did you meet your husband again?
To a social worker. I tried going to Coney Island looking for him. It was like looking for a haystack, a needle in a haystack. And she finally located where he is, and I wrote him a letter. And finally, when he had the time, he called me.
And then how soon after that were you married?
I was 21 when I married him. I'm 47.
And then you moved to where?
To Coney Island.
When were your children born?
49 and 52.
The experiences that you had during the war, how do you think it affected raising your children?
Talked to my mother every night.
Do people ask you about your experiences that you've had?
I don't talk about it.
Have you talked to your children about it? Do you believe in God?
Me, so he must have been there.
With everything that you had been through, why do you think that you survived?
Sheer luck. I seem to be always in the right place at the right time.
Do you often think about the Holocaust?
I don't try to think about it. It's in my past.
Why did you decide to make this tape and to tell your testimony now?
Because my husband insisted on it.
What's your most painful memory of the Holocaust?
Losing my dad.
If you were to leave a message for future generations, for your children and for your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, what would that message be?
Have faith in God.
Thank you very, very much. You had mentioned that you had testified at a trial. Would you tell me about that?
I went to Germany, requested by the German council to attend the trial.
What year was this?
68.
Did they contact you by phone or letter?
I don't remember which way, but they paid for it. And when I came into the court and I testified, and I told my story, they said to me, your story is true because we just got the same testimony in Israel. identical as you said it. And the prosecuting attorney took me out for lunch.
She was married at the time.
When you went to Germany to testify, how did you feel?
I don't know, I wasn't elated, but I was glad he was being prosecuted.
Did you go to Germany by yourself?
Yes,
And how long did you stay there?
a couple of days.
Before you testified,
They put me up in a hotel.
and did they speak to you at all about your testimony?
No,
Was the man that you were testifying against in the courtroom?
yes,
And do you remember his name?
no.
And where was the trial held? In what city?
It was on the River Nile. I don't know the city. I don't remember.
Do you remember how long you testified? If you were on the stand for an hour or 2 hours? Or how? And what was the outcome of this trial?
He was prosecuted.
And he was found guilty.
Yes.
And how did this make you feel?
Yes, I was okay then.
Was he sent to jail?
I guess so.
Were you the only witness against this man in Germany?
Against this man, yes, I was the only one.
Thank you again.
My pleasure.
Would you please introduce this very good-looking gentleman who's sitting next to you?
That's my husband, Arthur Kornfeld.
Is there anything that you would like to tell us about your wife, Mr. Kornfeld?
She's the best thing ever happened to me in my life. I never thought that I'm going to be settling down because, like I told you before, I wasn't the type to settle down. But she made a, really, and thanks to her, I'm here.
Thank you very much.
I'm very happy. We got 2 gorgeous children and we have grandchildren, and thank God I kept her in a type of life maybe she was not accustomed to live in, but I did my best. And I still do it for her because she deserves it.
Thank you very, very much. I shall live it. Would you please tell me who's in this picture?
My grandfather and my grandmother,
Their names,
Judith and Bella
last name,
Ginsburg.
and where do you think this picture was taken? Would you please tell me who's in this picture?
That's my father,
And his name?
Eli Elias Ginsburg.
Do you have any idea when this was taken?
I don't know
And
what year.
where it was taken?
In Grodno.
Thank you. Would you please tell me who's in this picture?
That's my mother, Bluma.
And do you know when this was taken?
Was taken in Grodno.
Thank you. Would you tell me who's in this picture?
The little one is me, the big one is my sister Asia.
And when was this taken?
In 28.
And where was this taken?
It was taken in Grodno in the mail to Israel.
Thank you. Would you please tell me about this document?
That's my memories written in Polish in the camp.
And when did you start this? What year did you write this?
In 46.
Thank you. And would you tell me who's in this picture?
That's my uncle, my father's brother.
And his name? His name?
Easy. Ginsburg.
Thank you. Would you please tell me who's in this picture?
Myself and my cousin Claire on the right. And
Claire,
Claire, that's my uncle's daughter,
and her last name?
Ginsburg.
And And when was this taken?
47.
Could you tell me about this photograph? The one on the right.
This is a picture taken at 52. My husband, myself, my son, and my daughter as a baby. August 5th, 52.
Thank you. Would you please tell me who's in this picture?
My daughter Linda and her husband Paul, my son-in-law.
Thank you. Would you please tell me who's in this photograph?
My one and only son and his wife Margie,
And his-
Kornfeld,
And his name?
Eddie.
Thank you. Would you please tell me who's in this picture?
The boy is my grandson Kent, mother, and the girl is my granddaughter Alexa, mother, and they're both baseball players.